We've been talking about how to find a miracle in a storm. Remember, after Jesus fed the 5,000, the Bible says he sent the disciples into a boat to the other side of the Sea of Galilee. Then he sent the multitudes away. He didn't say, I hope they'll hurry up and leave because I really need some time. No, he sent them away. You say, well, that's rude. He placed a higher priority on time with God than he did on time with people. See, what Jesus understood is something that all preachers need to understand, and that is, once I run out of what God has poured into my life, all I can give you is me. And that's not enough. So Jesus understood the importance of sending the multitude away so he could climb a mountain to be alone with God in prayer. And when the evening was come, he was still there alone in prayer. In fact, he didn't even go out onto the water, walking on the water, until at least 3 a.m. The fourth watch of the night, which runs from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m., that's when he went to them, walking on the water. So the first prerequisite for finding a miracle in a storm is pray. Until you pray, nothing is going to happen. Don't forget it. The second prerequisite is you have to need a miracle. Jesus sent them into a storm, not just a modest storm. It was the worst storm of their lives. These guys are screaming, Jesus, 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 Jesus. And the British guy says, the wind was contrary. Trust me, it was Hurricane Katrina out there, baby. It was more than contrary, all right? It was ferocious, all right? But Jesus sent them into a storm, not because he didn't love them, not because he forgot about them, but because he wanted them to have a miracle. And the greater the storm, the greater the miracle. The greater the storm, the greater the miracle. Remember what I told you. So many Christians say, God, I want a miracle. So he puts them in a storm to give them an opportunity. So they need one. Then they say, God, I don't like storms. So he takes them out. God, I want a miracle. He puts them back in the storm. God, I don't like storms. They keep going back and forth. Do you get it? Okay. So the second thing is you have to need a miracle. Third thing, want a miracle. While the other 11 were saying, Jesus, get in the boat, get in the boat, get in the boat. Peter says, Jesus, can I do that? Can I do that? You have to want a miracle so desperately that while everybody else is trying to find an exit sign, you see through it all the opportunity for a miracle. And number 4, you have to ask. Remember, you have not because you ask not. You have to ask. You say, well, that's pretty easy, isn't it? Not really, because a lot of Christians don't ask because they're afraid of the answer. They say, oh, I know Jesus can do anything, but I don't know if he'll do it for me. You see, I look at that guy over there, and he looks like a nice enough guy, but I know things about me that you don't know, and I don't think Jesus would do it for me. If Jesus sent you into the storm, honey, he'll do it for you. So ask. But look at how Peter asked. He said these 5 words, Lord, if it is you. Or in the King James Version, Lord, if it be thou. In other words, if God's in it, it'll work. But if God's not in it, I don't care how good it looks. It's not going to work. I don't care if they freeze it over and it becomes a frozen lake. I'm still not getting out if God's not in it. I don't care if they give you 0% interest for the next 20 years. If God's not in it, don't go for it, honey. I don't care how good the investment looks. If God's not in it, don't go for it. But I don't care how bad it looks. If God's in it, it'll work. That's all you need to know. He asked the right way. God, if it's you, bid me come. God bless you. I want to give you a message that I preached based on the life of the youngest king that Israel ever had, Josiah, who became king at age 8. When he was 18 years old, he turned an entire nation to God. In fact, after his death, God said that no king before or after him had ever sought after God like he did. What caused this young man to be transformed into such a mighty man of God? He learned his destiny. I want you to have this message so you will be inspired to find God's destiny for your life. If you'd like to get this free audio CD or download it now as an MP3 file, just visit our website, markgorman.com. And on the home page, click the link for the free audio. And if you live in the New Orleans area, come visit us at Grace Christian Center in 2 locations. On Saturdays at 6 p.m., we have our North Shore service in Slidell at 3648 Pontchartrain Drive, that's Highway 11. And Sundays at 11:30 a.m., we meet at 1301 Metairie Road. For more information, visit our church website, gccnola.com. Thank you, and God bless you.